once again, the island map. I'm not opposed to it. Let's go. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Neo Azul Siren, we have the StarCraft 2, sorry, the Brood War Zerg player, the Brood War Zerg player himself, the Red Zerg. It is Wayne. In the top right hand corner of Neo Azul Siren, and spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Green Protoss player, we have the SC2 Protoss, the Pink Protoss for among SC2 people. It is ReBellioN. Okay, so we have a role reversal here. Now, last series, we saw SC2 Zerg against Brood War Protoss, and we saw how dominant the Brood War Protoss was, but now the roles have been reversed, and we'll see how the dynamic changes. What I will say is that SC2 Protoss can be very dynamic when it comes to how they want to play this out. I mentioned this before. Doesn't have to go into Skytoss. We could see a Stargate opener into Mass Phoenix, into just Mass Phoenix into Skytoss, of course. That is possible, that is viable. We could instead see Blink. We could see a Twilight Council opener into Blink, into like a Blink based all-in with a War Prism to reinforce. We could see Blink into Charge, and we could see a rush into a Mothership to recall everything across the map. We have seen a lot of very differing and very dynamic Protoss plays in this matchup already on Neo Azul Siren. And ReBellioN is one of those players that does enjoy rushing into Mothership. So he can, that is the option. That is an option here for him. He might opt to choose to go for ground toss into a Mothership. We'll see. But again, there are more options here for SC2 Protoss as opposed to Brood War Protoss, where, as I mentioned previously, it has to be Skytoss just because there's no warp in mechanic, just because there's no warp gate. So, and likewise, there's no blink either. Like the Brood War Protoss ground army, an army in general, is just so much more immobile. On an island map, you kind of have to go Skytoss. I don't really see ground toss working anywhere near as well. Like trying to go ground toss into Mass Arbiter sounds really difficult on an island map. But here we go. Meanwhile, Stargate. Okay, it's going to be a Stargate opener out of ReBellioN. Now, whether this is like an Oracle opener or a Phoenix opener into ground toss, yet to be determined. We'll keep an eye on ReBellioN. Game 3, he'll be Yakov Sr. Oh no. Not like this. Telling you, right? He's young adult Yakov. Young adult Yakov. And yeah, that's what we assume. So, as you mentioned, Stargate opener into a Twilight Council and a Forge into ground toss. So this does look like plus one of Blink Stalkers, and as I mentioned before, we have seen ReBellioN rush into Mothership in the past. So that's going to be in the back of my mind at least. That's why we brought it up. Meanwhile, across the map, rushing into a lair. Ooh, interesting. So we are rushing into the lair, but we did go for a Hydra Den first. So Wayne is going also into ground Zerg. Now, something that is different here about Brood War Zerg, yep, there we go, Overlord Speed is on the way, is that unlike SC2 Zerg, I mean, SC2 Zerg used to be like this as well, Dropper Lords. Currently, in modern StarCraft 2, you can only morph in one Dropper Lord at a time. In the past in StarCraft 2, and also in Brood War as well, you would just get the upgrade, and Overlords by default, every Overlord turns into a Dropper Lord. So every Overlord can morph in, and can become a transport unit. It's not like an individual morph. Oh, meanwhile, the Oracle does hit the natural, getting 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, 6 drones, no spore. Ay. Greedy play there by Wayne. Wayne, he gets punished, and ReBellioN is fully aware. He's fully aware of what's going on. He's aware of the Hydras. Oh no! Does overextend. But he's aware of the Hydras. He does cripple the economy. And this screams Drop Lord play. The reason why, of course, is Nidus Swarms also work differently. I believe to get a Nidus up and running, you actually need creep. But you can see the Dropper Lords are amassing. Or the soon-to-be Dropper Lords. So we are building up. There we go. Evo Chamber is done. We have Ventral Sacs on the way. That is, of course, to morph them into Dropper Lords. And Hydras are building up. Meanwhile, behind this, do you see what I see? +1 in charge. I assumed it was going to be Blink Stalker, but no. It's going to be mass charge lot into a Warp Prism. We are not going for a Mothership. We're not going for a mass recall. We're just going for a mass Warp in. So again, thanks to the Warp in mechanic, you can just warp in right into another island. Here we go. ReBellioN does move out. When he becomes old man Yakov, his suspenders will give him an advantage because he can't be caught with his pants out. True! Someone get this man some suspenders. Ah, let's go. As here we go, ReBellioN, he does sneak onto the island. Does sneak on. Vengeful Sax is almost done. But Charge will see how moving out. They get spotted. Yeah, they do get spotted. Yakov is now aware. He's getting ready. Drop Lords have amassed. That's plenty of Hydras, by the way. Because Wayne was going for his own Hydra-based all-in, a mass Drop Lord all-in. Like, he has a massive army. Wayne, he has to get out of here. Like, he cannot fight this. He can trade one at a time, true. But, like, he cannot dive into this head-on. There are just so many Hydras. Lurker Tech is on the way. ReBellioN does dive in. Takes down the first line of Hydras. But nice kiting here by Wayne, and Wayne, he will clean this up. Like, he will clean this up. There are just too many. Like, he was already cutting workers. Like, Wayne did not saturate. He did not drone. And I have to favor Wayne. I have to favor Wayne here. Nice force fields. But Wayne's army will just scale better into a longer... Very nice. Jesus, very nice force fields. Oh my god. Wayne's army will scale better. As we do see ReBellioN dropping over into the 4th, or into the 3rd. Prism almost goes down. Zelsa get left behind. We do get a Zell run by into the main base mineral line. Prism here towards the 3rd. The warp-in will complete. Yeah, Zelsa in all the bases, in all the mineral lines. Prism does go down, but we still have Zelts in the bases. They're still wreaking havoc. Drones are falling left and right. ReBellioN targeting out whatever he can. As he does take down 16 drones. And Wayne is down to 27. He barely has an economy. 26 drones left. And back at home, ReBellioN expands. ReBellioN does expand, getting up to his own 3 base setup. Now the drop lords are still going to be a threat, of course, and we're going for lurker drops. Meanwhile, ReBellioN, do we have any detection? He does have the Stargate for oracles. He has Archons amassing as well. He has a robo, but currently 0 detection. Currently. Archon drop is moving out. Oh, he's taking the center base. Bold move. Meanwhile, there we go. We have a lurker drop on the right, a lurker drop on the left. And ReBellioN, he will miss the lurkers. And again, so far, 0 detection. Now, are there any defensive lurkers? No. Oh, sorry, there are 2. Okay, there are 2 defensive lurkers. That's all you need to protect the base, at least. But here come the Dropper Lords. Lurkers 1 for each mineral line, 0 detection. Observers just now on the way. And with that, 0 mining. 0 mining here for ReBellioN. He has no economy. And again, with 2 lurkers to defend, there's still 0 detection. 1 lurker in each space. There's 1 observer out. Just the 1. Now ReBellioN, he can just fight anyway. It's only 2 lurkers. If he wanted to, he could just kill these Hydras and keep going. He's giving Wayne a lot of time. He's respecting these 2 lurkers a lot. As there we go. He does go into the mineral line. There we go. Now he just ignores the lurkers. Again, it's only 2, so we can just go straight for the Hydras. Oh, the prison did go down. Wait, not yet. Okay, thank God. Prison did survive. Archons have to be a part of the fight, though. Yeah, they're a little bit distracted. They're attacking the building. They have to move forward. There we go. They collapse on the Hydras. I'll pick up Micro. Nicely done. 20 more drones going down. Oh, Prism gets targeted. Nice cleanup. Wayne, he will survive, but he'll still bleed out 26 workers. Meanwhile, back at home, we still have not dealt with this. Lurkers are still popping up. There's still 2 lurkers. 2 lurkers here at the natural. He's also working in defensively. Nice control. 0 anti-air. Where are the Archons? ReBellioN does take down 1 more lurker. There's 1 lurker remaining. Center base was far too greedy. The Sim City working against ReBellioN. Oh no. Going for the pylon. But there we go. Now we get some stalkers. Meanwhile, defensive warping back at home. Okay. Defensive center base. 1 lurker left for the most part. ReBellioN looks like he has held. He has cleaned this up. And who do we favor coming into this? Well, Wayne is down in drones, but he does have more lurkers, and he can just keep going for drops. True. Just send out more drops. Speaking of, cannons are on the way to help defend. As Void Ray will hunt down the initial drop lord. When he attempts to drop back in. But I do have to give the edge to ReBellioN here. Like ReBellioN, he's just so much more mobile when it comes to his counterattacks, when it comes to his warp prism, when it comes to his defensive warpins as well. I say that Wayne doing a great job here, just being as annoying as possible. Oh no! Get out of here! Oh my god, does save the lurker just barely. Spoke too soon. Lunker's gonna go down. We have a mass drop and getting ready. When he is somewhat droned up. And Wayne, he should be able to break the center expansion at least. There's only 3 zealots, and there's limited warpins. So here we go, the Dream Drop is moving in. Wayne, he's got 10 lurkers and 4 hydras. And with that ReBellioN, he should not be able to save this. Lurkers, they attempt to borrow. 1 lurker goes down. Oh my god, 1 lurker does fall. Okay, just the 1. And from there, lurkers, they will overwhelm. Behind this ReBellioN, he needs to warp in. Getting Archons, Immortals, Void Ray. ReBellioN does take top left. ReBellioN getting ready for his own drop. Once again, there are defensive lurkers. Wayne, he's stabilizing. Not just stabilizing, I would say getting ahead even. Nice Zealot drop. Zealot drop delays, going for another Zealot warp in. At this point, the effectiveness of these Zealots, it's not as great as it once was. Nada. That's also cleaned up. Fleet beacons on the way, and again, this should be for the mothership. Should be for the mothership. Once again, another Doom Drop. Setting up for another drop. Storm is on the way. Like, ReBellioN, he's taking up so much, but his army is still quite small. Like, he's getting to Storm, Fleet Beacon, second Stargate, +1 air attack, Blink on the way. Taking up so much, when really he needs an army here and now. Because here comes Wayne, once again. Now, ReBellion's main army has potential, for sure. Drop gets spotted. ReBellioN moving in. Does move in to intercept. Will take down one of the dropper lords. Ooh, nice snipe. At the same time, 2 lurkers into the main and 2 lurkers into the third. Yeah, ReBellioN is being pulled apart. He has to split up his army. He can't respond with everything like this. The dropper lords, they actually rotate towards that right-hand base. Dropper goes down. Army does unload. Where are the storms? Storm is ready. Oh, good. Yeah, Storm is ready. There we go, does land. Cannon gets depowered. And there's no detection. No detection here. Another Archon falls. Wayne is pulling ReBellioN apart. ReBellioN having a really hard time holding multiple locations at once. And Wayne is overwhelming. Lurker cleaned up in the main base. Wayne pulls away. Again, ReBellioN just has to bring everything together here. Alright, let's get multiple observers. Top left is helping him out, at least somewhat. Speaking of Wayne and ReBellioN expanding on the same island, let's go. They expand on the same island. But in general, it does feel like the speed of Wayne here is really helping him out. So the multitasking, I should say. ReBellioN has been having a very hard time defending the natural, the third, and the fourth. It's been very rare to see ReBellioN actually keep some supplies split and keep his army spread. It just hasn't happened. Like even here, for example, he has 3 observers. 3 observers of the army. But thankfully, Wayne does send everything right down middle. Oh my god. Does send everything to the center. Does burrow in time. Oof. Storm does connect. Shaving off a couple of lurkers. Couple of lurkers go down. The base will fall. Storms are brutal. But Wayne bleeding on more bases. Did recall top left, thankfully. And Tempest are amassing. Tempest does reveal itself. But again, only the one Tempest. As ReBellioN, he is still supply block, by the way. Still kind of break out. Wayne dropping towards the left. Let's go transferring all these drones. Let's go. Ooh, as all these lurkers are going to go down. They take down like 1 or 2 stalkers. Nice cleanup by ReBellioN. Wayne, he plummets in supply. That was a massive army. Uh-oh. That was most of his army even. Behind this, switching into hive tech. At least trying to. Once again, more lurker drops. Ooh, running into the main army though. Dodge into the main army. Likewise, nothing much to kill here in the main. Oh, Wayne, he now knows. Is now aware. Oof. There we go. Queens are building up. Now, Queens are a great supportive unit to have, but against this army, I don't know if they're ideal, I'll be honest. Like, Queens, they can ensnare, which I don't think helps against this hybrid, like, composition of ground and air toss. They can Parasite, of course, which can help against certain key units. But I would imagine the Defilers would pair better with Hydra Lurker. Regardless, moving in. Like, unless I'm missing something. Oh, oh no, there's no energy. No. High tablet drops in. As Mothership coming in for a recall. Let's go. They're going for the mass recall into the bases. Yeah, one fell swoop. ReBellioN going for the kill. Takes out all the, oh my god, all the queens. The queens go down. The hydras go down. And Wayne, again, he's not quite in position. There you go. Just going for the kill shots. One recall. It's all it takes, Pappy. It's all it takes. Wayne trying to race back home. GG gets called, and ReBellioN with the fancy end here. Going for the recall. Does end it. Does take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. We assumed that ReBellioN was going to be rushing to the mothership at the start of the game. Didn't quite do that. Went into charge instead, but we found ourselves with the mothership in the end. Again, that recall can be brutal, especially if the opposing player is relying on a ground army and they're split between multiple islands. Then that can just be game. That can be game then and there. Whew, was a scary one though. It was very, very back and forth. Definitely moments for ReBellioN, moments for Wayne. Both players had their moments, of course, and with that, ReBellioN does take a lead in the series. We're now getting into game number 2. We're going to be loading into Vermeer. Let's go. And spawning in the top right-hand corner here of Vermeer, we have the red Zerg player, with the red Zerg player himself down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. Representing the SC2 race this time, it is Wayne. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the pink Protoss. Representing among SC2 people, it is ReBellioN. As we do have our players scouting each other, ReBellioN does scout top left, and Wayne is scouting bottom right. As a reminder, this is a 4-player small map. So we are looking for each other. We be searching. Okay, now when it comes to our game state here, we do have cross spawns. We are, I should say, diagonal spawns between Wayne and ReBellioN. From here, we can take a cannon. Never mind, we're going for the cannon rush. But this does feel a little bit late when it comes to the scouting. ReBellioN, the forge is still on the way. Cannon rush, though, is commencing. ReBellioN, can he pull this off so far? Wayne is in the dark, but again, this is a later scout, a later cannon rush from ReBellioN. Still somewhat lined up, though. As Wayne, he sees nothing. He sees nothing. He knows nothing. Overlord out of position. I mean, the Overlord is scouting the bases, of course, which means nothing to scout back at home. He has no idea. The cannon's on the way. The gateway as well. And now he knows. Now he sees. Now he finds out. He's now aware. But the first cannon, it's already going to complete. It's already going to complete at this point. Likewise, low ground cannon as well is within range of the expansion. So the first cannon covers the ramp, the second cannon covers the base. And we have the Roach Warren from Wayne. Likewise, he does sneak out a drone. Does sneak out one worker. As it's going to be a kill on the hatchery. Hatch is going to go down. We have the Zealot morphing right into the main as well. Meanwhile, Wayne going into Roach production. So one base Roach out of Wayne. We'll see if they come out in time. So one base Roach. Backup pylons on the way. ReBellioN committing to this. And the Zealot can apply some pressure, but the Roaches will clean this up. And Wayne should be okay. Again, because of the positioning of this pylon, like this cannon rush, I mean, he can save the base, unironically. He can save it. And that'll be huge. We'll bleed out one roach so far. Yeah, only one roach. The pylon is going to go down. It's going to be close though. I'm referring to the second pylon here. Roach is a tank some shots. Going for the gate. Going for the cannon. Oh. Oh my god. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Oh no, it's going to lose the roach. But more roaches are on the way. And it looks like he will barely save the expansion. Oh my god. ReBellioN does retarget. But this cannon is going to go down. And he saves the base. Again, thankfully, only one cannon was within range. Now, it was a costly defense. Did cost Wayne 5 roaches. But he will save the expansion. That's what matters here. He saves the natural. Back at home, ReBellioN switching it up into a... what's a disruptor drop? Into a Reaver drop. They'll switch into Reavers. Are going to be on the way, and there's potential there's always potential here to just wreak havoc in a mineral line, to just roast up, to just detonate and take down all those drones. At the same time, Wayne, he breaks out. He's droning behind this, so he's not going for an all-in. He's applying pressure with his Roach Ravager, but he is droning. Likewise, he doesn't have to be too concerned with getting spores, or I mean, he does get them. So to be getting ready for oracles is what I meant to say. Does have spores in the main, spores at the third. Ravagers move out, and they do spot the shuttle. He now knows. Link speed is on the way. ReBellioN moving in. Thank God shuttle speed is about to finish. It was so slow. There we go. There we go. Shuttle speed now complete. Threatens the bases. Wayne is ready. Spores on the way. Likewise, shot goes off on the roaches. He's headed for the mineral line. Doesn't quite get in. Does towards the main. Quick reaction there by Wayne. Pulls back. And only loses one drone. And with that, Wayne defends. Wayne, he defends. He shuts down the shuttle. And ReBellioN is going to have to play at a longer game state here. For now, he's still stuck on 2 bases, has a massive amount of gateways. And he may just try to go for a 2-base all-in. I say that Citadel is on the way. Interesting. So it looks like he does want to expand. Oh no, the move came in. The drone does slip away. Wayne going just Spire Tech, going into Mutas, which honestly can fare quite well in this kind of game state. There's no Stargate, there's no Corsair. If ReBellioN scouted, he could shut this down, but for the time being, he's just focusing back at home on Dragoons, on Reavers, getting into charge, very ground heavy, Temple Archives, no Stargate. Yo, the double drop, let's go. And then he breaks out, he runs into the Mutas. And we have a wall of spine coolers already done. We have ReBellioN, he has to back off, he throws down a wall of cannons. the timing he was going for, it does nothing. Does nothing. And Wayne's in a good position. He's in a good position here. Wayne from here can drone, he can expand. More spine crawlers on the way, which means he's going into mass muta. And if ReBellioN doesn't respect this, if he doesn't go into his own anti-muta based army, then I mean that could just be game. He's taking it to Archons, taking it, still stuck on Dragoons. No Storm. Cannons, they do deflect. Up. So he does catch 3 Dragoons. 1 muta goes down. So better trade for Wayne. Meanwhile, Reaver jump into the mineral line. Oh my god! Gets 1 shot off, but only 1 shot. Oh, that is not worth it. That was 2 Reavers and a shuttle for 5 drones. Ay, ay, ay. Again, I'm sure I wasn't expecting this many spine crawlers. And for the Ravagers to be in position. That means they head into the bases. More probes going down. And ReBellioN, he has no answer. He just straight up, he just has no answer to this. He can deflect, but he cannot deter. As mutas, they just keep poking in, they just keep catching ReBellioN out of position. Storm is getting towards that halfway mark. As soon as they catch another Reaver, they get into another mineral line. Oh god, they get another what? 6, 7, 8 probe kills. No, they stack. No, 15, 17. Another mineral line goes down. Now they go into the main, and they can do it again. They just keep going. They just keep going. They will get every single mineral line. ReBellioN forced into an all-in, but remember, he's walking into a wall of spine crawlers. When he's ready for the all-in, he's been ready for quite some time. Catching out the army. ReBellioN moving in. And one way or another, either he kills Wayne or he dies trying. And ReBellioN, he has, what, half the army supply? Oh, no. And it takes down the first spine. There are storms, true. And storms, they can pop up. First storm on a couple of mutas. But GG gets called. There's nothing left. And Wayne, he ties up the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. Whew. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're going all the way to game 3, and we'll see how this story ends. We'll see if we're able to go the way of Wayne or ReBellioN, and who will go for what as we load into Sylphid for the ace match. GG, well played. As you mentioned, when it comes to the previous game, ReBellioN was doing well for himself for the most part at the beginning, but as you mentioned, Wayne, his spy went unscouted, and ReBellioN, even after seeing the mutants, he didn't respond to it. We did mention time and time again, referring to Stargate play, but never did go for it. Instead, he committed to a ground-based army, but we saw how difficult it was for the ground army to keep up with the mutants. GG. With that, we're getting into game number 3. We're getting into the ace match, and we'll see how this story ends. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Sylphid, we have the red Zerg player, the Brood War Zerg, tying up the series and going for the 12 pool. Let's go. It is Wayne. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the pink Protoss player, the pink Protoss himself, representing among SC2 people. It is ReBellioN. We go. So again, we have the initial 12 pool here. Wayne, he is going to be scouting the top side first. He will find and come across ReBellioN. Now remember, last game did begin with a cannon rush. True, I mean, there was so many layers of what had happened, right? It was a failed cannon rush out of ReBellioN, and Wayne had a stronger start. Likewise, the disruptor drop, the Reaver drop didn't really pay for itself. True, that's another big part, right? The Reaver drop didn't pay for itself either. So it was just a really rough game for ReBellioN from the beginning, right? Failed cannon rush, failed Reaver drop. A lot there was shaky for ReBellioN, And remember, he initially wanted to go for a 2-base all-in, and then the mutas revealed themselves, and he had to back off. He had to race back home after the mutas were revealed. Like, there's just a lot that came into play. Probe Scout does confirm the 12 pool, and Lings are coming. Now, as you can see here, Wayne, he is going for the 12 pool. He is making a massive amount of Lings, but he is expanding. He is taking gas. Wayne is taking up behind this. So he does plan on, of course, continuing on droning. This isn't a 12 pool drone pool, for example. He'll be droning behind this. Meanwhile, ReBellioN needs scouts, and the entrance here is so narrow. He doesn't even need a third building. Gateway, Cybercore, Zealot gets chroned in time. ReBellioN, he's fine. It's perfectly fine. Now, ideally, Wayne, he wants to drag the Zealot out and to get us around, but we have a second Zealot on the way. This is going to be a Nexus before second Gateway. Interesting. As only one probe here to support. Shield batteries on the way. There we go. Second probe has arrived. I believe 2 probes should be enough. It's going to be close, though. 1 probe goes down. He gets 1, he gets 2, and Lings, they can slip in. Likewise gets us around. Zealot goes down. Nice big offs here by Wayne. As 3 Lings do slip in, but only 3. Gets a probe. Oh, it gets 3 workers even. I mean, sure. 2 that were blocking and 1 in the main. 3 in total. Oh. Once again, forcing overreactions. It's back at Wayne. He's droning up and rushing into Hydras. So here we're droning, we're saturating. Hydra Den is now done. Once again, just really early Hydra Tech here from Wayne. And Wayne, he has droned up somewhat here, up to 21. He's got a macro hatch. He's gotten up to, I mean, I would still say 1 base economy, basically. Yeah, 1 base economy here out of Wayne. And Wayne, he is not making any more drones, by the way. He's still making more Hydras. Setting up for that 1 base all in. He's gonna be committing. You can see he pulls out. Yeah, he pulls out of gas. So from here, he's gonna be reinforcing with purely Ling. This is an all in. Pure Ling reinforcements. ReBellioN, he's got cannons on the way. I mean, he did scout earlier. He did see how few workers there were. Stalker does survive. Wayne gonna be committing. Still rallying in. Still pushing forward. Going for the gate itself. Gateway does fall. Nice start. Takes down the gateway. Now going for the Cybercore. We have more Lings massing up behind this. Just getting ready for the wall to be broken. And then they commit. And the wall is about to go down. Yeah, it's go time. It's go time. Cybercore falls, comes in for the surround. Collapses on the Stalkers. And the pylon fall. No, the Atosis pylon. No, the pylon goes down. And with that, Wayne, he's done it. He's done it. He breaks on through, going for the backup pylon, making sure that everything stays depowered. And it's only 1 Stalker. Now down to 0. 0 Stalkers left. The boys were pulled earlier. More boys being pulled. ReBellioN getting desperate. And he knows there's no way to stop this. As every probe goes down, GG gets called, and Wayne, he will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. GG, well played, Wayne. He will claim the series, he will advance on, he will make it to those semis. Again, an intense back and forth here. ReBellioN, he had a decent defense against the initial 12 pool, but unfortunately, despite scouting, despite recognizing how few drones there were, he was not able to prepare himself for the Ling Hydra all-in. Back at home, there was some side defense, that is true, but the gateway count was very limited, so the army supply there was very limited for ReBellioN as well. Barely had any units to work with. He had like 2 stalkers, maybe 3 stalkers at the beginning of that fight. Barely an army, barely anything. GG. GG, well played with that. Wayne will advance on, and let's catch up on the bracket. Let's figure out where we're headed, where we are, the hell's going on. Let's go. Okay, from the top, 3 point took down Prome 2-0. Again, once again, I do apologize. To apologize that we did not have the replays for that match. But 3 point does take down Prime 2-0. Young Yakov takes down MinoVK 2-1. And 3 point versus Young Yakov is going to be in the upper semifinals. Meanwhile, Wayne takes down ReBellioN 2-1. And Geralt takes down Kot 2-0. We do have 3 point versus Young Yakov and Wayne versus Geralt. Let's go. We have a Zerg player confirmed for the finals, and we will determine whether it's a Zerg or a Protoss from the lower semis as well. Again, we're missing some key players here. As I mentioned before, because GSL has begun and because the StarCraft 2 EWC circuit is in full swing, it does feel like a lot of the Korean regulars, a lot of the higher tier player regulars, so I'm referring to players like Skillus, Bjorn, Hero, and Shin, and of course Dark as well, but Dark he retired. But a lot of the top Spirit as well, if I didn't already say his name. But a lot of those top StarCraft Evolution players, I'm sure right now, are hyper focused and hyper fixated on StarCraft 2, right? On StarCraft 2, especially with the EWC circuit. So because of that, I would not be surprised if we see less participation from those players, but that does give more opportunities for some of these other players to actually get some wins and to strive a little bit higher and to achieve better results with the absence of some of those other, you know, top GSL players, for example, or EWC players. So here we go. With that, we're going to be going on a short break. When we come back, we will have the semifinals ready for you. We'll be jumping into 3 point and Young Yakov. We'll see you soon after the break. After the break, man. See you soon.